Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome to probably the most anticipated walkthrough I've ever done. It's crazy how many of you guys want to see mastering and stuff, but most of you guys are probably less than 2 years experience. For me, most of you know I still don't master my own tracks. I don't usually get other people to master them either. If it's a label release, then they will mostly master it. What I do is just a light sprinkle on the top, a little bit of a brightening EQ, make sure all the really low stuff is cut out and things like that. Because basically mastering is literally, when you're making a cake, it's like the sprinkles that you put on top, that's literally what it is, but people think it's like the main ingredient. You cannot take an okay track and make it amazing. That's not what mastering is. Mastering is just the final 5%. And that's what I've always been told. So if you are starting out, less than 2 years experience, haven't really released on a label yet, please don't spend your time researching how to master, because your mix down's more important than that. You need a solid mix down before you can do that final 5%, because if you do 5% on a track which sounds like shit, it's gonna sound 5% more shit. That's basically it. So what I've done is, I'm not a pro at mastering, so I think this is a good thing for you to see, because I'm also starting at the bottom. Since doing this, it's opened my eyes a little bit. Maybe I'll try to master my own stuff a little bit more. But I produce with a loudness, and I really love my mix downs most of the time. I've spent a lot of time practicing that, so I'm usually satisfied. So this is what we had. This is the drop from last week's episode, the one I made for the mixing tutorial, and this is a -6 version. So if you turned your volume up there, please turn your volume down, because that was a very quiet version. That's what you want to do. You want to give yourself a lot of headroom. About -6 dB, so that you can really push up the volume and master it. So I've done two techniques. One is Ozone, a well-known mastering VST. It's got lots of stuff within it. This is the Ozone master that I did on Apple earphones last week. So as you can hear, it's just got a lot more power to it, and this is the Maximus, an OTT version I did for you guys who don't have Ozone. Now it's not perfect, and mastering does normally take more than the half an hour, 45 minutes that I put into it, because it's kind of subjective. You have to do it to your personal taste. So we're going to start with the Maximus one. I think that one is more accessible for you guys. And what I did is I put it on its mixer track number 2. As you can see, I added an OTT, Maximus, and then some EQs at the end. So let's look at the Maximus first. Now it's super simple. You'll start on the master. What I did was I increased the pulse so we can boost the volume. So I'll show you that now. Too much will distort it, right? You don't want it too loud, so just try and find your sweet spot. So you've got the power and the loudness, but you don't have that really dirty mud on the low end.